Hey, what's going on, Marvel Legends fans? This is David Diaz, coming back at you with another Marvel Legends video review. Today we're going to be taking a look at Marvel Legends Infinite Series, Build-A-Figure, Green Goblin, Carnage. Yes, I finally found this guy at Target. Really happy. When I think it was yesterday. So yesterday, like around I think around 7 o'clock p.m. I went to Target, going on the toy aisle, and I found this guy. And there was only one left. And I was actually, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get him because he is really hard to find. So I found him, and man, I have to say he is amazing, guys. I really like this figure. Of course, he is using the Bucky Cap mold. Like always, Hasbro always uses the same mold, which I'm okay with. It doesn't really bother me. As long as, if they're gonna use the same body mold all the time for every figures, at least make them tighter and not loose. So yeah, and I do have one gripe about this figure. So let's take a look at the packaging. Actually, you know what? Let me move this here. So yeah, Marvel Legends Infinite Series, Spawn of Symbiotes. This is Spider-Man. Marvel Legends, Green Goblin, same picture of Spider-Man like we always see. You have Carnage and Toxin. Not really interested in Toxin, to be honest. I don't know. A lot of people don't like Toxin as the figure, or the figure version of Toxin. It sucks. I've never seen him in stores, but I know he's not really good as a figure, which I don't blame him. He looks kind of weird. I'm glad I found Carnage. So Carnage, I'm only gonna probably have Carnage for this figure, or for this line. And then you got all the figure which I have. I have Carnage now. Electro, I have him. All these guys I have them except Toxin. And I finally finished building the Green Goblin. And you got some, I think, bio positive if you want to read it. And that's basically it for the packaging. Now, really like this figure. This figure is probably my favorite from out of my whole collection. I don't know, it's just something about this guy just brings classic, like, if you guys remember that Spider-Man animated series, Carnage, he was my favorite villain back then. When I was a kid, I loved him. I think he was awesome. He looked cool. Of course, Cletus Cassidy is a psychopath, but who cares? He's awesome. I think Carnage and Venom were probably the best villain back in the 90s, or I should say the late 90s. I think that show came out in 1994. So yeah, it was a long time. Anyways, back to the figure. Really nice. So let me just get him out of this pose. And he does come with this accessory. It's just his tendrils that, of course, Carnage always has tendrils coming out of his, I guess, symbiote body or suit. Really nice. Has a peg, and it does have a hole in the peg because of the Bucky Cap mold had the hole in the peg so he can peg the shield in for the Bucky Cap. And the rest of the tendril on the figure is actually sculpted in. You can actually see that it's just paint or glued onto it. So I don't think it's gonna rip at any time or any point in time. My only gripe with this figure, and I'm sure everybody had this problem. I think I've seen a lot of people reviewing this on YouTube, and they had the same problem. As you can see, really loose hips. I was like, what the heck? I was like, wow, that's pretty dumb. Yeah, it's really loose. Like, look at this. His legs, you could probably hear it. It's really loose, and that's not really good. But you know what? I'm not gonna have him just stand there on my shelf. It's funny because when you just have him standing, his legs really loose, and he wobbles around. But if you have him in a pose, his leg is not really loose, which I'm kind of happy about. As long as he can, hold the pose, I'm happy. So yeah. So for articulation, his head can look really up, which is awesome, man. That's awesome. He can look down all the way. I think he has the... No, he can't. It's on a ball joint, of course. So Really nice head sculpt. I do have to give props for the head sculpt. This actually looks like Carnage, the way we remember him. The Toy Biz one was okay at the time, but he did have a weird head sculpt compared to this guy. I think this guy beats him. He does have an ab crunch that goes back a little bit, forward pretty good. Has waist articulation. His arms can go out and in, can go all the way around, which is really tight. It's on a ratchet joint, which you can hear it. He does have a bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, wrist swivel is also, and the wrist is also on a hinge. No finger articulation. It would have been nice if he came with an axe for his accessories. Did I say waist articulation? I think I did. His leg, of course, can go up or out just a little bit. Can go in. Can go pretty back. Can go forward pretty good. Has a thigh swivel, which is also tight. Wow, really tight. Double jointed knees, of course. Has a calf swivel. Feet can go down, up, and he does have the ankle pivot, which, yes, I love ankle pivot on Marvel Legend figures. If they don't have Marvel pivots on Marvel Legend figure, that would be really, really bad. Because, you know, when you purge your Marvel Legends, you want them to have ankle pivot, of course. So, yeah. And if you hear music in the background, I do apologize. Just ignore that. Alright, so for size comparison, here he is with Daredevil. Of course, they both use the same body mold, the Bucky Cap mold, like Hasbro always does. They look really good together. As you can see, they share the same body. As you can see, there you go. So yeah, you can see, you can't really tell because of the black thing, the black lining is painted on. I kind of wish the black stuff around him was sculpted like the Toy Biz one. Unfortunately, it's just painted on him. It's just a red Bucky Cap mold, or just a red body Bucky Cap, and just black lines painted all around him, which kind of sucks, but you know what, it's pretty good. I like it because it looks classic. But yeah, that's Daredevil with him. So yeah. And another Bucky Cap mold that I have in my collection, Hawkeye. So yeah, same body mold like I said, but they look really nice together. I do like that. And as you can see, I did give them an arrow. So yeah. All right. As you can see, you can put it in the back. I think I showed you this already. Oh, sorry. It would have been nice if he had a jaw articulation, which would have been nice, but it's okay. He does have a pearlescent white painted on his eye. It's a little sloppy on mine, but it's really not that bad, to be totally honest. Totally, I can't talk. Sorry. It just would have been nice to have that. They paint his mouth pink, which is also a nice bonus. That's pretty much for paint. Of course, the black line is paint, and the rest is just molded red. And just check at the back. Man, it really sucks that he's really wobbly. But I'm really glad I have this guy in my collection. Now I finally finished the Green Goblin. Yeah. So let me see if I can just get him in a normal stand. So yeah, that's all I have to say, guys. So that is my review for Marvel Legends Infinite Series Build-A-Figure Green Goblin Carnage. This is a must-have figure. I bet everybody already has this figure by now. This came out, I think, like 2 years ago, or maybe last year. I'm not sure. But yeah, this figure is really awesome. If you find them in stores and you don't have them in your collection, pick them up right away before before someone grabs him. So yeah, that's all I have to say, guys. So please comment, please comment, subscribe. Please tell me what you guys think of this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you do like this video. Please comment, like I said. And this is David Diaz signing out, and have a great day. Thanks for watching.